Sierra 1500 SLT, now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back here to Calvary Christian. Liam Holcutt is leading off. Sam Linney is the pitcher on the mound for Northside. And Holcutt swings at a high one for strike one. But he comes in relief as he's got himself a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the third. Calvary's trying to get that one back as that's in there for a strike 0-2. And Linney strikes him out. Holcutt is gone on strikes for the first out here in the third. In case Charles, the batter, he grounded out to the second baseman in the second. And the pitch, there's a chopper foul. So the Atlanta Braves taking on the defending World Series champions this weekend for a 3-game series, the Texas Rangers. They did sweep the Astros. There's a swing and a miss, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And the pitch, high fly ball, left field. Underneath it is Fox, makes the grab, out number 2. Now Peyton Morrison coming up to the plate. He hit a home run his last time up into the deepest part of center field. 2 outs, and the pitch to Morrison. And is outside for a ball, 1-0. That's in the dirt. Ball 2. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Like the Facebook page. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. As we're going to be calling baseball playoffs for the next couple of weeks. We are excited about it. This is where the baseball action just really revs up when it comes to playoff time. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Peyton Morrison down on strikes, 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Action, nope, 2-2. It's a 2-ball and 2-strike count. And the pitch to Morrison, that's strike 3. 3 up, 3 down, and the relief pitcher for Northside, Sam Linney, comes in, shuts the door, 1-2-3 inning. We played 3 here at Calvary. It's Northside 9, Calvary 7. As we go to the top of the 4th inning, this game is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Get ready to smile. And we'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Today's broadcast is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC and Opelika. Go to glennsmith.com for more information. Get ready to smile.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC and Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT, now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off, and the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back here. Top of the 4th inning. Northside leading Calvary 9-7. Seville back out to work. Working the 4th for the Calvary Christian Knights. And Caden Clay, the batter, who hit the grand slam. He is 2 for 2 here in the game for the Northside Patriots. The 1-0 pitch, and that's high and upstairs. And that's a chopper foul. It's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here in the 4th, Seville delivers, fires to the plate, a changeup that sails behind the catcher. Look, he tried to take something off it. It's going to be counted as a wild pitch to the backstop. It's 3-1. To Caden Clay, trying to lead it off here for the Patriots with a 2-run lead. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. It runs the count full. Caden Clay, tremendous athlete. Led the Northside Patriots football team to the playoffs in 2 years. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And read him up, Seville. Ends up getting his second strikeout of the game. As he had able to get out of the inning in relief in the 3rd, and now Brody Wells to the plate. He's been on base twice, a walk and a single, and takes a cut at that and fouls it away. 0-1. 4th inning of work here at Calvary Christian up in North Columbus, approximately 2 minutes from Northside. The 1-0-1, and that is outside. It evens the count at 1-1. Northside 8-15 on the season, 5-7 in the region. They will make the playoffs, but they will more than likely be the number 4 seed as Northgate wrapped up the number 3 seed. Harris County hosting as a number 2 seed. Swing and a miss. And McIntosh, 19-8, 10-2 in the region, but 2 of those losses was to Harris County. You talk about a team with momentum going into the playoffs. Oh, and he took something off it. It's a changeup. It's swung on a miss. It gets by the catcher, but he'll throw down to first for the out. 2 down here in the 4th. Back-to-back strikeouts for Seville, and Ward Walker will be the batter. 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Nash Fox on deck. First pitch. That's in there for a strike. So we do have some action in high school baseball tomorrow as the Spencer Green Wave is taking on Southwest. As that is in the dirt. Glenwood is hosting Terrell Academy on Monday. Pacelli taking on Strong Rock Christian in Locust Grove on the road. Right now, Pacelli trailing Brookstone in that region. But they are the number 1 and number 2 teams in the region. Tuesday, we will be back here for Brookstone Calvary Christian. Strong Rock is going to face Pacelli at Dimel Field. The 2-1 count. That catches the inside corner. Strike 2 to Ward Walker. It's a 2-2 count. Savell delivers. The 2-0 pitch. Change up. Check swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did. And Savell strikes out the side here in the 4th as he gets high fives from his teammates and a little momentum builder for Calvary Christian. But they do have work to do. They trail by 2. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's Northside 9, Calvary Christian 7, as this game is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Get ready to smile, and we'll be back. Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
We love being able to go to the different high school, colleges, middle schools to live broadcast sporting events around the area. Georgia Alabama Sports Live appreciates all the fan support, but without a presenting sponsor like Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC in Opelika, none of this would be possible. So we want to say thank you so much. Go to glennsmith.com. That is right, glennsmith.com. See all the inventory and see why people always say, get ready to smile. Thanks, everyone, and thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for being our presenting sponsor.
Back here at Calvary Christian, bottom of the 4th inning, Northside leading the Knights 9-7. Sam Laney out in his 2nd inning of relief. And the leadoff hitter, Cam Houston, who's 2 for 2. He started things off with a solo shot, and he singled his last time up. Also had an incredible catch to start the 1st inning out in center field. Lays off a pitch, and it's ball 1. As it seems like the fans just continue to increase here at the ballpark, as that is high and upstairs. We've got more fans piling in here. We've got standing room only now. I mean, it's Northside, it's Calvary. This is a rivalry game, as that is outside for a ball. And it runs the count to a hitter's count to Cam Houston. I mean, the students from both student bodies know each other very well. And of course, making the trip only 2 minutes away. 3-2 pitch, and that hits the letters, runs the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter, Cam Houston, the center fielder. Payoff pitch coming from Laney, and that is inside, ball 4. A leadoff walk here in the 4th to Cam Houston, who has been on base all 3 times. And now Noah Strickland is coming up to the plate for the Knights. He represents the tying run here in the 4th. Laney working from the stretch. And Houston almost looked like he was going to take off. He had a big lead. Maybe he was trying to get a hit and run on that play. It's a 1-0 count to Strickland. Laney, towering fly ball into center field. Camped under it is Caden Clay and makes the grab for the 1st out. Going back to 1st is Cam Houston. And now look who's coming up to the plate. Bailey Thorne. He represents the tying run. He would love to get a hold of one here. Leading the team with 10 home runs on the season. He had 16 last year. One of the top hitters in the state. Laney's pitch, throw down to first. Trying to keep Houston close to the bag. Trying to focus on Bailey Thorne. Struck out, got into a fielder's choice. Changeup in there for a strike. That's one thing about these pitchers. We saw in the Carver Calvary game, Ace Thomas challenging Bailey Thorne. He got him on a strikeout. That's what Northside did. Brody Wells challenged him and struck him out in the first. But he is a dangerous hitter. His home run count is down this year because I think pitchers are not pitching to him as much as they did last year. But he is one of the top hitters in the state. Laney, pitch. There's a line drive into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Rounding second and going to stand up at third is Houston, and Bailey Thorne has got himself a double. And now the tying run is in scoring position for Calvary. And the cleanup hitter, Bryson Brooks, coming up to the plate. He hit a home run his last time up. He's been on base twice with a walk and a home run. He has scored 2 runs in this game. As we're trying to get score updates, Callaway defeats Shaw 5-4. A big shout out to Kevin Eckleberry from BTV up in Troup County for giving that score update. Bryson Brooks is the batter. That's in there for a strike. Bryson would love to get a hold of this one to tie up this game. He represents the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the fourth. This has been a back-and-forth game. Calvary put up the first 7 runs. Northside scored 9 in the third as ump is going to call time. As Northside, the 5A school out of the GHSA, taking on Calvary Christian, the 5-time GAPS state champions. There's a chopper played by the third baseman. The third baseman's going to throw to first, and he got him. What a stretch by the first baseman for Northside, Walker Elrod, and a good job by the third baseman, Job Roper, to hold the runner at third. So with 2 outs, Carson Ward, the batter. That was a very important play by Job Roper to hold Houston at third. Laney working from the stretch. He's got to focus on the batter here. There's a curveball, high and upstairs, ball 1. Jackson Kennedy on deck. Sam Laney, the pitcher, delivers and fires one in there for a strike, 1-1. Good windup to get some velocity on that fastball. And he's got a 1-1 count on the hitter. Laney from the stretch. He'll step off the rubber. So Shaw going to 13-12 as they get ready to host Troup County next week. First round of the GHSA playoffs, as that is fouled back. It's going to be a 1-2 count. Over in the tree stumps on the left field side, where one day those might be bleachers. It looks like they were clearing trees because they want to try to get some more seating out there. And that would actually be a great idea because this place is at capacity. There are fans standing everywhere. The 1-2, and that is fouled off. Staying alive is Carson Ward. You got to spoil off pitches to try to stay alive. This is a very important at bat as he represents the go-ahead run. You got the tying run in scoring position. A base hit can tie the game here in the fourth. And Sam Laney is just trying to get out of this inning, his second inning of relief. The 1-2, that's in the dirt. Oh, and a good stop by Ashton Bailey to keep it in front of him. And it's a 2-2 count. Laney from the stretch. The 2-2 pitch. That is popped up. It's playable. It's in the infield. Calling it is the third baseman, Joe Roper. He makes the grab, and Northside survives a scare by Calvary. Calvary strands 2. We played 4. We'll go to the top of the 5th inning. Northside leads Calvary 9-7. This game is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Get ready to smile, everybody. We'll be back. Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ. Discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse. Discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Top of the 5th inning we go. Northside leading Calvary 9-7. I did it again. No, a big shout out to the Callaway Cavaliers who did get a big win over Shaw. So I've had the Callaway Cavaliers on my mind. But we got Calvary taking on Northside. But Northside coming up to the plate. Nash Fox, the batter. Seville fires. That's going to be low, ball 1. Columbus defeated Monroe 12-0. Trying to get a score update for that second game. That's in there for a strike. And that is going to be a ball. It's going to be a 2-1 count. Two balls, 1 strike. That is high, ball 3 to Nash Fox. 0 for 2 in this game. He struck out and he popped up to the third baseman. Northside trying to get some insurance runs here in the 5th. Seville delivers. Fastball, that is high and upstairs for ball 3. It's a hitter's count, 3-1. Seville, the pitch, low, ball 4, and Nash Fox with a leadoff walk to start the 5th. And the catcher, Ashton Bailey, who is 0 for 1, he lined out to the left fielder and walked his last time up. He's going to come to the plate. Seville working from the stretch. Fox goes, the throw to second, and he's safe. Great jump by Nash Fox. He gets under the tag for a stolen base. And Northside playing aggressive here, trying to get some insurance runs because they know how dangerous Calvary is. They put up 9 runs in that third inning, now lead 9-7. Seville showing bunt is Bailey, pulls back for a strike. And protecting that line is the third baseman, Carson Ward. Might have a play at third if the shortstop can back him up. But that's one of those where the bunt has to go right to you. Ashton Bailey got a runner in scoring position. That's blocked by Kennedy, but there's a throw over to third, and that's going to be another stolen base by Nash Fox. So Columbus did beat Monroe 12-0 as they push their record to 14-14. We'll try to get a score update on that second game. They move into second place. So guess what? Columbus is hosting a playoff game as that is fouled back. That will be back-to-back years. The Columbus Blue Devils reached the Elite Eight last year. The legendary coach Bobby Howard in the 12 state championships, including the three-peat in 10, 11, and 12. Seville, the 2-1 in the dirt, and trying to block it was Kennedy. He's just hanging in there. The runner at third didn't even go. You gotta pay attention on that one because that went all the way close to the backstop. Luckily, Kennedy was able to get to it, but I don't think the runner at third knew it was behind Kennedy. So it's 9-7. Top of the fifth inning. And we got no outs. Nash Fox is 90 feet away from scoring another run. Ashton Bailey, the batter. And that's in there. Strike three, inside corner for the third strikeout for Seville. Make a fourth strikeout for Seville. And now with one down, Job Roper, the batter, he struck out and he was hit by a pitch his last time up. That is in the dirt. So, as many of you know, I'm a baseball fan. I even enjoy going to watch baseball games. Like last year, I went to the Columbus Northside game. It was absolutely packed, like it is tonight. Smith Station Central, always packed. And that is a shot right to the left fielder. And what a throw into the infield to hold the runner, Nash Fox, at third. It looked like it was hit on the button. And the left fielder, Bryson Brooks, threw a rocket back into the infield for 2 outs. And Job Roper flies out to the left fielder, and now Chris Biggs, who had a bases clearing double last time he was up, he's 2 for 3 in the game. It's 9-7, 2 outs, runner at third. Biggs the batter, the leadoff hitter, the shortstop for the Northside Patriots, trying to get some more insurance runs. When we talk about baseball attendance here for the local teams here in Columbus, I mean, this is up there with probably the most attended game I've ever been to. There's a changeup, and that is inside for a ball. Of course, last year I went to the semifinal game between Smith Station and Central. Those are always well-attended games. And that was a playoff game. There was not an empty seat in the building. And there's a pop-up. Shallow, left center. Underneath it is Houston. And he makes the grab. And Northside strands a runner as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. It's Northside 9, Calvary Christian 7, as this game is brought to you by Glenn Smith, Chevrolet GMC. Get ready to smile. And we'll be back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
We love being able to go to the different high school, colleges, middle schools to live broadcast sporting events around the area. Georgia Alabama Sports Live appreciates all the fan support, but without a presenting sponsor like Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC in Opelika, none of this would be possible. So we want to say thank you so much. Go to glennsmith.com. That is right, glennsmith.com. See all the inventory and see why people always say, get ready to smile. Thanks, everyone, and thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for being our presenting sponsor.
And welcome back to Calvary Christian High School. Bottom of the 5th inning. Northside, 9 unanswered runs, leads the Knights 9-7 as Sam Laney working his 3rd inning of relief. As Northside was able to strand the 2 runners on base. Calvary had a golden opportunity to tie this up. They had 2 runners on with no outs, and they could not get a run across. Jackson Kennedy is the batter, leading things off for the Knights. Laney's first pitch is high and upstairs for a ball. 1-0. Kennedy followed by Holcutt and Case Charles here in the 5th. Laney's pitch. That is in there, strike 1, 1-1. Laney delivers. The 1-1 swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Callaway beating Shaw earlier today, 20-6 for the Callaway Cavaliers. Shaw goes to 13-12. Change up, that's in the dirt outside for a ball, but they will host another playoff series back-to-back years for the Shaw Raiders, as they are going to be hosting Troup County. Old rivalry in that region a couple of years ago. The 2-0. That's popped up, and that could be playable. Underneath it, trying to get it is the catcher, Ashton Bailey, and he could not get it as he lost it in the lights. I mean, that sailed up there, and it looked like it was going to go on the other side of the net and be in the stands. It was a hard angle, but it's going to be strike 1. It's a 2-1 count to Jackson Kennedy. 1 for 2 in the game. He was hit by a pitch in the first. And the pitch, line drive into left. Oh, what a catch. Nash Fox getting a big out. That was lined right into the breadbasket of Nash Fox. And now Liam Holcutt coming up to the plate. 0 for 2, he grounded out to the third baseman and struck out his last time up. Laney delivers the 0 first pitch. That's in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. There's the 1-0, and that is fouled back. And I'm going to come out and say it. I mean, I haven't called all the baseball games this year, but in my time calling baseball for Georgia Alabama Sports Live, this is the most attended baseball game that I've called. I mean, it's a Friday night. The weather is great. You got 2 schools 2 minutes away from each other. I mean, why wouldn't you have a packed house like this? The 1-1, and that is low in the dirt, 2-1. And if you're not here, we appreciate you watching us on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And what's impressive, with the amount of fans here, we got a River Dragons playoff game that's going on tonight. I mean, if you're just a casual sports fan, I mean, you do have options, But we're just glad that you could be a part of our broadcast here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live as Coach Smith wants to have a conversation with the umps. As we'll try to get some more score updates for you. Yesterday, Central ends up clinching the region as Coach Kehoe trying to get them back to the state championship. We'll try to get some more score updates for you. Yeah, there is definitely no love lost between these two schools. This is like the Battle of North Columbus. You got Calvary Christian, you got Northside. Laney, 2-1 to Holcutt. High fly ball, left field, and it's off the fence, rounding first. And it's going to have a stand-up double is Liam Holcutt. And the tying run is coming up to the plate for Calvary. Case Charles represents the tying run. This has been a back-and-forth crazy game. Calvary jumps up to the 7-0 lead. They score 7 after 2. We thought they were just going to continue piling on. And then in the third inning, Northside out of nowhere puts up 9 runs, including a grand slam by Caden Clay and a bases-clearing double by Chris Biggs. And that's where we stand now. It's 9-7 Northside. But the last couple of innings have been scoreless. Both pitchers in relief have done a good job just keeping this score to 2 runs. Laney, first pitch showing bunt, and backing away is Case Charles. But that will be a strike. It's 0-1. Wonder if Charles is going to try to sacrifice the runner over. Laney checks the runner at second, checks him again. The 0-1 inside, 1-1. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We've called football, we've called basketball, we've called softball, and we are wrapping up the regular season for baseball. We're excited about the playoffs. Fastball. That is low and away. It is 2-1 to Case Charles. We will be back here on Tuesday for Brookstone Calvary, future GIAA rivals. The 2-1. And there's a ground ball up the middle into left field for a base hit. And now Calvary's got runners at the corners. A good hitting display by Case Charles. Back-to-back hits. And now Peyton Morrison, who hit the home run in the second inning, is coming up to the plate, and he represents the go-ahead run. And then it's back to the top of the order. And I tell you what, this game has definitely lived up to the hype. It's gotten everything you've wanted. We've already had 4 home runs in this game. There's a sidewind pitch that's outside. Looked like Sam Laney try to interchannel his Dan Quisenberry with a little sidearm action. Peyton Morrison. Up, and he thought about going, and he decided, I'm not going to make a decision. And that wasn't a balk. He actually stepped off the rubber legally. Runner goes right down the middle for a strike. The throw down to second. It's not in time, and Calvary has runners in scoring position with 1 out. A base hit will tie this game here in the bottom of the 5th. Laney from the stretch. The 1-1 took a little bit something off of it, and it's down and away for ball 2. Infield playing in. They'll probably go straight home if it's a ground ball right to them. It's going to be a tough play, but they got to try to get it out here. To Morrison in the dirt. A good stop by Ashton Bailey. And now it's a hitter's count. 3 balls and 1 strike. 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Northside leading Calvary Christian 9-7 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Richard Holdridge here on the broadcast. Up here with Chris Gates and Hagen Hale, our intern, a senior at Northside. The 3-1, and that is high, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. And now we've got a hitter who has been on base all 3 times in this game. Cam Houston coming up to the plate. 2 for 2 with a home run, a single, and a walk. And now the pitching coach wants to have a little conversation with Laney. And that might stall some time if, we've got a pitcher warming up in the bullpen. I believe we do. As we will be at CVCC tomorrow for a doubleheader starting at noon as the Pirates in the Alabama Community Coast Conference. And then Chris Gates is going to be doing CVCC softball at Russell County. We appreciate their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and we're glad to be there. I'm also making my broadcast debut for the CVCC Pirates, which, by the way, Tim Hudson played for him. Yeah, I always try to go that route, famous athletes that played at the local schools. Cam Houston, the batter. Bases loaded. Laney. First pitch to Houston. That's in the dirt. And that is blocked by Bailey for ball 1. With no bases open. Laney's going to have to throw a strike to Houston, but they could get out of this inning with a double play. Laney's pitch to Houston, and he fouls one back. It's 1-1. Not a whole lot of action in high school baseball tonight. We had most of our action yesterday, including Smith Station and Central. We had Troup County here against Calvary. Carver was taking on Doherty. That's in the dirt. Ball 2. 2-1 to the leadoff hitter, Cam Houston. And they will have the heart of the lineup coming up for the Knights. Laney from the stretch. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And it runs the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. To Cam Houston, trying to get a huge RBI as the winning run. The go-ahead run is at first base. It's only the bottom of the 5th inning. 9-7, Northside leading Calvary. And Laney steps off the mound. And you got to give it up to both fan bases. We've got the student section. We've got, just great fans from both schools. And really, we really appreciate this rivalry. I mean, they played last year, and we remember the 1-1 tie. But Coach Smith is really, he will stack the schedule to get ready for the gaps, as he'll play teams like LaGrange that went to the state championship the last 2 seasons. He'll play teams like Pacelli and Brookstone over in the GIAA. And, of course, playing Northside here, a 5A school. The 2-0 to Houston, and he fouls it away. Cam Houston trying to get a base hit to try to tie it or even get the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 5th. Laney hoping for a double play. Laney from the stretch. The 2-1. And that is a shallow base hit. It's going to fall into center field. 1 run will score. It is now 9-8. as Liam Holcutt tags the plate. And a one-out RBI single for Cam Houston. And he has 3 for 3. He's been on base all 4 times. And now Coach Sparks is going to come out. This might be all for Laney. With 1 out, it's 9-8 here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and we will have a pitching change as we'll go ahead and take a break. As Northside leading Calvary Christian 9-8 as this game is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. And we'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
We love being able to go to the different high school, colleges, middle schools to live broadcast sporting events around the area. Georgia Alabama Sports Live appreciates all the fan support, but without a presenting sponsor like Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC in Opelika, none of this would be possible. So we want to say thank you so much. Go to glennsmith.com. That is right, glennsmith.com. See all the inventory and see why people always say, get ready to smile. Thanks, everyone, and thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for being our presenting sponsor.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ. Discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse. Discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Back here at Calvary Christian, and the new pitcher is Ward Walker for the Northside Patriots, trying to get the Patriots out of a jam. Calvary put up a run here, and they now trail by 1 run. They trail 9-8 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. As Richard Holdridge here on the broadcast. Noah Strickland, the batter, with the bases loaded and 1 out. Walker. First pitch to Strickland. It gets by the catcher. Catcher slides, tries to safe. And Case Charles ties the game for Calvary on a wild pitch. It is 9-9. And the runners move over into scoring position, so that takes the double play out of a play, and Walker. The 1-0, and that is fouled back to the backstop. It's 1-1. Hey, 1-1. That's in the dirt, blocked by Bailey. Also want to say a big shout out to Joe Howard, the voice of the Flint River Academy Wildcats, as they got a big win over Heritage, 11-5 earlier today, as they're going to make a run in the GIAA Class 1A playoffs. The 2-1, and that's just outside, 3-1. Got the NBA play-in games tonight for the number 8 seed. 3 balls and 1 strike. It's outside ball 4, and the bases are loaded once again. And Bailey Thorne can really break this game open with the bases loaded, leading the team with 10 home runs. He doubled his last time up, but he's got the bases loaded. And we are all tied up at 9 apiece here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Walker's first pitch to Thorne, and Thorne swings at a high one. He wanted to try to rip one out. I mean, we've had 4 home runs in this game. Bailey Thorne, I know that he wanted to try to get a hold of that one. It's strike one, 0-1. This is the player you want at the plate if you're Calvary. The 0-1, curveball, and that hits Thorne in the back. And look at the theatrics by Bailey Thorne. But that gives Calvary the lead. It's 10-9. They have scored 3 here in the 5th. Bryson Brooks coming up. He is 1 for 2. He's got one of the 4 home runs today. And he's going to step up. Bases are loaded. Calvary now leads Northside 10-9. Could we have a back-and-forth game like that Spencer Kendrick game a couple of weeks ago? That first pitch is in there for a strike. What was unique about that game was Kendrick was down 15-1, and they end up winning 27-26. As I was there for that 5-hour marathon. Game is starting to feel like that one. Here's the pitch to Brooks. Is outside, 1-1. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Like the Facebook page. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We've hit 1,000 subscribers. Big milestone. The 1-1, and Brooks fouls it away. It's 1-2. Bryson Brooks, the batter. Carson Ward on deck. The 1-1. There's a changeup that's high and upstairs for a 2-1 count. Columbus River Dragons leading 2-0 over the Mississippi Seawolves. Goal scored by the FPHL MVP, Justin McDonald. As that is high ball 3. Ward Walker, 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. And the pitch is in the dirt. It gets by the catcher. It doesn't matter. It's going to be ball 4, and Calvary now leads Northside 11-9. And we had it on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show earlier this week. A big shout out to Jessica Carter from Harris County, getting drafted by the New York Liberty in the 2nd round in the WNBA draft. As we saw that on Monday, Thrip Behrens and I had the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show. Remote, as I was at Fort Stewart. Thrift and Tyler Redmond had a show at the Beck Center on Wednesday. There's a pitch over the second, a throw, and he's tagged away from the bag. So it's 4-6 on the putout. Another run scores, but they do get an out. Runners at the corners, and now Calvary leads 12-9. Jackson Kennedy, the batter. Calvary with a 12-9 lead, bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch is high for a ball. Ward Walker is the 3rd pitcher that Coach Sparks has used for the Northside Patriots. And the 1-0, swing and a miss. Jackson Kennedy a little early on that swing, and it's now 1-1. And another swing and a miss. Ward Walker is ahead of the batter. Kennedy 1-2. And also yesterday we had the Sports Vision's Female Awards Luncheon at the St. Luke's Ministry Center. Thrift Behringer, DJ Jones, Chris Gates, you were there? No, you were not there? Okay. I really wanted to be there, but of course, I've been out of town all week. And the funny thing is, well, I was talking to Chris during the break, coming back and calling a baseball game after being gone for a week. I mean, I got all this energy, and it's just been built up for a week, and I'm just excited to be here to call this game. But we got a busy week next week for playoff baseball, as that is high and all the way to the backstop for ball 2. Calvary's got a runner in scoring position, already up 12-9. They have put up 5 runs here in the 5th. They were down 9-7. They now lead 12-9 over Northside. Walker, pitch, just missed. It's a 3-1, 3-0 count. To the batter, Jackson Kennedy with Liam Holcutt on deck. Ump is going to call time. So Calvary is led by their athletic director and baseball coach, Coach Steve Smith. Done an outstanding job, not just with the baseball team, but all the athletic programs here at Calvary, to include the football team led by their head coach, Coach Emmanuel Brunson. Made it all the way to the state championship last year. They have upgraded their facilities. They have a nice press box that's going to be ready for the football season, as the Calvary Christian football team starting spring practices in May. The basketball team led by Coach Gordon. 3-2, and that swung on a miss, strike 3. And that was a pitch to get out of an inning, but not before the damage was done, as Calvary puts up 5 runs here in the 5th. We've played 5 here at Calvary. It's the Knights 12, the Patriots 9, as this game is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Get ready to smile, and we'll be right back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
We love being able to go to the different high school, colleges, middle schools to live broadcast sporting events around the area. Georgia Alabama Sports Live appreciates all the fan support, but without a presenting sponsor like Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC in Opelika, none of this would be possible. So we want to say thank you so much. Go to glennsmith.com. That is right, glennsmith.com. See all the inventory and see why people always say, get ready to smile. Thanks, everyone, and thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for being our presenting sponsor.
We are back here at Calvary Christian, top of the 6th inning. Northside coming up to the plate. Javion Wyndham will be the batter. He is 2 for 3. As Seville still on the mound here to work the 6th. And that first pitch is outside for a ball to Javion Wyndham. Walker Elrod, Caden Clay, the heart of the order coming up for Northside. Seville delivers the 1-0. It's popped up left field. Shallow left underneath it and camped underneath it and making the grab is the shortstop Bailey Thorne for out number 1 here in the 6th. This is a great month to be a sports fan if you are a Columbus native. We got the Columbus Lions. We got the Columbus River Dragons in the playoffs. We got high school baseball playoffs. We got soccer playoffs. And we also have softball in the GAPS and in the AHSAA and the AISA, as they do play softball in the fall for the GHSA. Just a great time to be a sports fan. And good luck to all the teams out there in the playoffs. There's Andrew Seville. Walker Elrod, the batter. And that's a changeup. And right to Bailey Thorne. The throw to first. What a stretch by Peyton Morrison to get the out. 6-3 on the putout for 2 outs. And now coming up to the plate is Caden Clay. Clay hit the grand slam to cut it to 7-4. And that was just all the momentum that Northside needed to get a big 9-run third inning to take the 9-7 lead. But Calvary has responded, putting 5 of their own in the last inning. And Andrew Seville trying to shut the door here in the 6th as time is running out for Northside if they want to try to get a win. Seville delivers. Caden Clay swings and misses. And that is a 1-1 count. Seville, the 1-1, fastball, check swing, and look out. That dugout, you got to have your head on a swivel. Luckily, there is a fence around the dugout where those players are protected, but you got your face up to the fence. You got to be ready for one of those to hit the fence. There's a 2-1 count. Just been brought to my attention by our intern, Hagen Hale. Travis Darno hit a grand slam. 3 for 3. Thought about going Caden Clay. Catchers can hit. Yeah, the Braves leading the Rangers 7-3. Bottom of the 6th inning at Trutz Park. The 3-1. And there's a ground ball, and it's going to run the count full to Caden Clay, who is also about to go in as a 3-year starter as the quarterback. I know that they got baseball going on, but Northside's got their spring practices coming up in May. And I know just as soon as baseball season ends, he is going to be focusing on football. Kingston Rivers coming back. I believe Jay Jackson is coming back for Northside as Caden Clay with a 2-out walk. He's been on base 3 times in this game, and Coach Steve Smith wants to have a talk with his pitcher, and it looks like we're going to get a pitching change. That is going to be all for Andrew Seville. We got a pitching change here in the top of the 6th inning. Calvary leads Northside 12-9. We'll get that pitcher in just a moment as this game is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Get ready to smile. Back in a few. Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Back here at Calvary, as in to pitch for the Calvary Christian Knights is Noah Strickland, working the sixth. He's got a 3-run lead as Calvary Christian leads Northside 12-9. And coming up to the plate for the Patriots, looks like we've got a pinch hitter. We'll try to get his name. Strickland working from the stretch. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Your out-of-town scoreboard, the Columbus Blue Devils sweep the Golden Tornadoes of Monroe. They are 15-14. They clinch the number 2 seed, and they're going to host a playoff game next week. How about those Columbus Blue Devils? Led by their head coach, Chad Mathis. We called several Columbus games on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We called that Central game. We called the Brookstone game. And we get a ball that entered the playing field, and they just had to throw it out. I think it just ricocheted. They were just playing catch over in the bullpen. It might have ricocheted out into the field of play. Strickland working from the stretch. And the pitch. And there's a high fly ball in the gap. It's going. It's gone. It is gone. A home run. And Northside trails by 1. What a shot. And we will try to find his name. That was a player that came in as a pinch hitter, as they don't update their roster on Max Preps. And this is why we tell coaches all the time, you got to update your Max Preps. We will try to find out that name. What a wild and crazy game. 12-11. This does have a Kendrick Spencer feel to it. As Ward Walker, the batter, that was a pinch hitter for Brody Wells, coming in. Hits a 2-run homer to right center. Opposite field power. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. And if there's anybody watching us on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, if you know who that player was, just comment below. And that's on the fist. And that's going to be in the right field for a base hit as Morrison could not field it. And now the tying run is aboard here in the 6th. Now Nash Fox is going to be the batter. This has been just an incredible back and forth game between two talented schools that know a little thing about baseball. Braden Butler, thank you to our intern Hagen Hale for coming up with that name. Braden Butler hit the 2-run shot to cut it to 12-11. Strickland trying to focus on Nash Fox. And the pitch, breaking ball in the dirt, 1-1. Strickland trying to hope for an out with his team up by 1. There's a pitch, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Great pitch. He took something off of it. And Nash Fox trying to keep this inning alive. He represents the going ahead run here in the 6th. The 1-2 popped up, right field, back at it, way back, makes the grab right at the warning track. And that ends the inning, but not before Northside. Braden Butler with a pinch hit 2-run homer and they now trail by 1. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Calvary 12, Northside 11 as this game is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. We'll be right back here on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back here to Calvary Christian. Bottom of the 6th inning. Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. Like the Facebook page. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We do have a pinch hitter coming up for the Knights. It is the lefty, number 20, Levi Carroll, coming in. And then the sidearm delivery and is outside for a ball. It's a 1-0 count to Carroll, and that's a ground ball. That's off the pitcher's glove, right to the second baseman. Throws it to first in time for the out. A good play by Javion Wyndham. 4-3 on the putout for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. As Northside down by 1, just trying to keep it a 1-run game. They're going to have their last ups in the top of the 7th inning. They're down to their final 3 outs, but they have got to hold Calvary scoreless here in the 6th. They don't want to give up any more runs, and the sidearm delivers, and that's in there for a strike to Case Charles, who singled his last time up. The Calvary Christian Knights, 6-0 in their region, got their 20th victory of the season, a 1-1 game over Troup County last night, back here. And they're back here taking on a 5A team. Troup County's a 4A team out of the GHSA, taking on Northside, a 5A team. So have that familiarity, and that, almost hit Charles, but that's going to be inside for a ball, 2-1. So I'm going to make it official. This is the most attended game that I have called on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. And that's really not saying a whole lot, because we can't really see in the video, but below us, completely packed. It's standing room only. To my right, folding chairs everywhere on the lawn. As that's popped up, center field, Caden Clay camps under it for the second out. A loud fly out to Caden Clay, and Peyton Morrison, the batter. Nash Fox out in center field, thank you. Now Morrison Morrison's got 2 home runs in this game. That is incredible. He's had himself a game tonight. 12-11 is your score. Calvary Christian on top. It's a 1-1. High fly ball. It's in the gap. It's gonna fall at the fence for a base hit. Morrison rounds first, and he's gonna have a stand-up double. That's his 3rd hit of the game, and Peyton Morrison, that was a couple of feet away from being out. That would have been his 3rd home run. Cam Houston, the batter. And you want to talk about a player you'd want to have on your fantasy baseball team. Cam Houston's been on base all 4 times in this game. He is yet to get an out. And he has a chance to reach base for the 5th time as Calvary is trying to get some insurance runs, but they have some work to do. It's 2 outs. But a base hit more than likely will score a run. It would give Calvary their most important insurance run as we go to the top of the 7th after this inning. But Northside wants to keep it a 1-run game. The umpire calls time, and that's going to be a balk. That's going to be a balk, and the pinch runner is going to get 3rd. It's our first balk of the game. And now a wild pitch will score a run. Northside's got to be careful. Just focus on the batter, Cam Houston. He led the first with a home run, and he's had a single, a walk, 2 singles. 2 singles and a home run and a walk for Cam Houston, the center fielder. There's the pitch. It is outside. Ball 1. It's a 1-0 count to Houston. Delivers the pitch. Foul back. It's 1-1. And the pitch, breaking ball. That's in the dirt. It's ball 2. It's a 2-1 count. And the pitch, there's a chopper right to the third baseman. He bobbles it. He can't come up with it. A run scores. And Calvary now leads 13-11. That is going to be an error on the third baseman. The inning stays alive here in the bottom of the 6th. And Noah Strickland, the batter, and this really is what baseball is all about. You got a PA announcer, you got walk-up songs, you got sound effects. I mean, they do it right here at Calvary. Runner goes. The throw down to second, and that's going to be a stolen base for Cam Houston, who's pretty much done it all tonight. Great catches out in center field. Stolen base, a home run. He's definitely a 5-tool player. And that's good just to show off that talent. Two outs. Bottom of the 6th inning. Calvary leads 13-11. This has been an amazing back and forth game, as that's going to be outside for a ball. Calvary led 7-0. Northside put up 9 in the third to lead 9-7. Calvary put up 5 in the 5th, and then Northside tacked on 2 to cut it to 1, and then Calvary scores a run here in the 6th. Nice pitch, but it's outside. Just missed the corner. And it's a 3-1 count to Noah Strickland. Bailey Thorne on deck. And the pitch. That's in there for a strike. It runs the count full. Braden gets the sign and delivers. That's going to be fouled. And staying alive is Strickland. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. As the regular season coming to a close, we get ready for playoffs for every level. Payoff pitch coming, and that is inside ball 4. And so the inning stays alive for one of the top hitters in the state of Georgia, Bailey Thorne, who in this game, he is 1 for 2. He struck out in the first. He's got a double, grounded into a fielder's choice, and he was hit by a pitch his last time up. Runners at first and second. Braden checks the runner. Pitches to Thorne outside. Braden. The pitch, Thorne fouls it back. And it's a 1-1 count. We appreciate everybody that's watching us on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Those of you that are here at the ballpark for a very well-attended game. A packed house here at Calvary. There's a high fly ball in the right field. It's going back. It's good! Bailey Thorne does it! Hits a rocket opposite field power into right field for his 11th home run on the season. And Calvary Christian now leads it 16-11. There you go. That's how you celebrate. You get a big home run, you get mobbed by your teammates. Kind of knew that was gone after it hit the bat. But Bailey Thorne, I mean, to show you got opposite field power, a lot of his home runs are like to center or to left. That was opposite field power for Bailey Thorne. That is the tools of a clutch hitter that can hit for contact and hit for power, and he was able just to put it into the right field fence. And Calvary has broken this game open. I mean, I think that with one more inning to go, they have really put themselves in a great position to get the victory over Northside. And that's popped up right field underneath it. Making the grab, makes the catch, but not before the damage is done, as Calvary Christian puts up 4 runs here in the 6th. They now lead 16-11 as the Northside Patriots down to their final 3 outs. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It's Calvary 16, Northside 11, as this game is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Back with the 7th on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ. Discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse. Discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Today's broadcast is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC in Opelika. Go to glennsmith.com for more information. Get ready to smile.
Top of the 7th inning we go. We have got a good one here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. a back-and-forth offensive showdown between the Calvary Christian Knights and the Northside Patriots, and Noah Strickland coming on in the 7th, not in a save situation because Calvary has a 5-run lead. But Northside is down to their 3 final outs. And leading things off for Northside, another pinch hitter. It's Noah Strickland. Luke Norsworthy is the batter. Noah Strickland trying to close out this game and give Calvary the victory as they get ready for Brookstone on Tuesday here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We've had a very busy baseball season, and we've just been absolutely blessed that we can come to the ballpark and do what we love to do, is give you the content of live streaming games. Congratulations to the Columbus Blue Devils, pushing their record to 15-14 on the season. They sweep Monroe in the doubleheader, 14-4. And then they won the first game 12-0. So Columbus gets second place, and they will be hosting a playoff game next week. So we got Columbus, Shaw, and Harris County all hosting playoff games in the GHSA. Strickland, first pitch to Norsworthy. That is inside for a ball. 1-0 to the pinch hitter, Norsworthy. Roper on deck. Norsworthy, ground ball to third baseman. And the throw to first in time. And a good job by Carson Ward. 5-3 on the putout. And Northside down to their last 2 outs. Job Roper, the number 9 hitter, coming up. And then the top of the order will come up for Northside. Northside will get the number 4 seed. They will be in the playoffs. But unfortunately, they will be on the road. They've had a very tough region with McIntosh, Harris County, Northgate. They were able to take 2 out of 3 against Harris County. But that Harris County team a couple of months ago is not the same Harris County team. I believe Coach Dimitri has really got his team playing at a high level, taking 2 out of 3 against McIntosh. That's going to be away for a ball, 2-0. Strickland delivers the 2-0. And that's in there for a strike, 2-1. Strickland trying to close the door on the Northside Patriots as the regular season winds down. The 2-1, there's a chopper right to the second base. Oh, what a stop by the second baseman. The throw, what a throw by Case Charles on his knees. 4-3 on the putout. And Northside is down to their last out here in the 7th. That was a Gold Glove moment by Case Charles to get down to his knees to scoop that up and to throw over to first for the out. And it is going to be down to Chris Biggs, who had the bases clearing double in the 3rd. That's going to be low for a ball. Northside has got to come up with a 2-out rally, down 16-11. Strickland, the pitch. That is low, ball 2. Good patience by Chris Biggs. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. Strickland to Biggs. That is high, ball 4. And Biggs is probably just going to have the bat on his shoulder and not swing here because he would like to get on base for the heart of the order coming up for Northside. And that's the part of the lineup that's done the most damage. Strickland, the 3-0. And that's low, ball 4, so it is a 4-pitch walk with 2 outs here in the 7th. As Northside's chances are still alive here in this game. Javion Wyndham, who's got 2 singles, coming up to the plate with 2 outs. Biggs, big lead at first. It would be risky to try to steal here, but Wyndham, first pitch is outside for a ball. It's a 1-0 count to Wyndham. Walker Elrod on deck. And the throw back to first. And back to the bag is Biggs. Strickland from the stretch. The 1-0. That is in there for a strike, 1-1. Good location, good velocity on that fastball by Noah Strickland. The 1-1. That is outside for a ball. So the Miami Heat get the number 8 seed. They beat the Chicago Bulls 112-91. And if Jimmy Butler does come back from that MCL sprain, watch out. That's a strike 2, and Northside is down to their final strike here in the top of the 7th. Strickland trying to shut the door. Biggs at first. The batter Wyndham. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch, and it's popped up in the infield. Strickland calling everybody off, makes the catch. Calvary wins. The Calvary Christian Knights defeat the Northside Patriots 16-11 after Northside put up 9 runs in the 3rd inning. Calvary put up 5 in the 5th, and the Calvary Christian Knights win the game over the Northside Patriots as they move on to the Brookstone Cougars Tuesday night, right back here at Calvary Christian High School. As this game is brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. We'll be back with an interview with Coach Steve Smith right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
We love being able to go to the different high school, colleges, middle schools to live broadcast sporting events around the area. Georgia Alabama Sports Live appreciates all the fan support, but without a presenting sponsor like Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC in Opelika, none of this would be possible. So we want to say thank you so much. Go to glennsmith.com. That is right, glennsmith.com. see all the inventory, and see why people always say, get ready to smile. Thanks, everyone, and thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for being our presenting sponsor.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ. Discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse. Discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
We love being able to go to the different high school, colleges, middle schools to live broadcast sporting events around the area. Georgia Alabama Sports Live appreciates all the fan support, but without a presenting sponsor like Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC in Opelika, none of this would be possible. So we want to say thank you so much. Go to glennsmith.com. That is right, glennsmith.com. See all the inventory and see why people always say, get ready to smile. Thanks, everyone, and thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for being our presenting sponsor.
All right, welcome back here to Calvary Christian High School as they defeat Northside 16-11. This has been one of the most wildest games that I've ever been a part of on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Calvary went up 7-0. Northside scored 9 runs in the third. They were up 9-7. Calvary put up 5 in the fifth. Northside got 2 more runs. They were down 12-11. Calvary ends up putting 5 runs. And we've had a total of 5 home runs in this game. Calvary Christian will get ready to take on Brookstone on Tuesday, and then it's the Gap's first round state playoffs. Right back here at Calvary for a doubleheader on Friday for the first round of the Gap State playoffs. I want to thank my producer, Chris Gates. Without this, none of this would be possible. As we were trying to get an interview with Coach Steve Smith, he had to take care of an issue. But we will see you back right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live against the Brookstone Cougars Tuesday night. You don't want to miss it on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Everybody, have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC. You're ready to smile.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.